Hello everyone. I am into the day 5 of my journey and about 24 hours since India versus Australia's game got over and finally in the process of getting back my voice to a certain extent. Uh, Obviously पहला गेम था इस वर्ल्ड कप का इंडिया का एंड टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट जब तक मैच का रिजल्ट आया नहीं तब तक फटी पड़ी हुई थी. So, and the relief of starting a World Cup campaign with a victory was so immense कि वीडियो छोड़ी मैं तो सब भूल ही गया था for a while. But yeah, great start to the World Cup, uh, and just the beginning of it. So let me take you through how the day was like. So in the morning I flew in from Delhi, reached Chennai somewhere around 8ish. और जब आप चेन्नई के एयरपोर्ट पे आते हो इट्स अ वेरी क्लीन लार्ज एयरपोर्ट एंड एवरीथिंग इज़ वेरी स्ट्रक्चर्ड आउट बट आपको एयरपोर्ट से बाहर निकल के थोड़ा दूर वॉक करना पड़ता है फॉर वेयर यू कैन गेट योर लाइक ओला और ऊबर. इट्स barely a 2 to 3 minutes वॉक बट उसी में आपको पता चल जाता है कि why Chennai's weather is probably not that popular in most part of the world. It's really humid, but luckily it was like early in the morning, like 8ish, so the temperature was not so high. Uh, First and the foremost thing I had to do in Chennai was to rush to meet one person who had the tickets for this particular game for me. So जब जिस दिन स्केड्यूल आया था उसी दिन मैंने कुछ टिकट्स स्पेसिफिकली इंडिया के मैचेस के आई गॉट देम फ्रॉम द आईसीसीज ऑफिशियल टूर्स एंड ट्रैवल पार्टनर्स क्योंकि मुझे पता था विथ सर्टन स्टेडियम्स इंडिया के टिकट उन स्टेडियम में मिलना मुश्किल हो जाएगा. दैट्स अ डिफरेंट स्टोरी कि हाउ इट टर्नड आउट. पहली बार ऐसा सुनने के लिए मिला कि इंडिया के मैच के टिकट्स मैच के 2 घंटे पहले भी बिक रहे हैं और एक एक करके नहीं, ब्लैक में नहीं, ऑल इन रेगुलर सेल. So yeah, very strange. And I'm not sure whom to hold accountable for that. But let's go beyond that. So I basically met Mr. Mehul Chawla from Global Sports Travel, and he had my India versus Australia ticket, India versus Pakistan, New Zealand, and Bangladesh. So the 4 tickets that I got from him. Uh, Once I got the tickets, I had to rush to the place where I was staying for the day. Uh, I'm not going to name the hotel where I was put up in, but yeah, very horrible service. They kind of took more than 30 minutes to kind of find a room for me, and then they were supposed to send in my luggage to my room, but they did not. For almost 45 minutes, I got so irritated that I eventually went downstairs and kind of picked up my own luggage and came back to the room. It's not a big deal, but just that when you are almost waiting for 1.5 hours to get your luggage with this kind of a schedule, you kind of miss out on a few things. जैसे कि इस मैच के लिए जब मैं गया तो मेरी दोनों फ़ोन्स पे बैटरी 75% थी, and by the end of the match one phone had died out, and some of the pictures that I wanted to click by the end of it I could not do that, so was a little pissed off to begin with. But जैसे जैसे वो एंटिसिपेशन बढ़ता गया, आई वॉज गेटिंग क्लोजर टू द स्टेडियम. So you tend to kind of go beyond these kind of emotions, and that anticipation and right before the match kind of took over. uh, there was a very interesting thing happening in this game. I was meeting a couple of my friends. One of them I was meeting after 12 years, और हम तीनों कॉलेज में साथ में बैठ के क्रिकेट देखते थे in the common room, and I will put in a picture that we clicked after that, recreating that memory. So I was able to enter the stadium somewhere around 12 o'clock. I was in the I block upper seats, and the gate that I had to enter through was the gate number 13. पहले ही I'm a little superstitious when it comes to India's games. तो 13 सुन के तो वैसे ही मेरा मूड थोड़ा ख़राब हो गया था, लेकिन मैं बोला चलो, लेट्स नॉट थिंक टू मच इन दैट डायरेक्शन. One of the things that I noticed about the MH Chidambaram Stadium is that after renovation, they have created a lot of empty spaces for the top tiers of the stands, जिसके वजह से हवा आ रही थी. And that's a very pleasant surprise from the last time I was at Chepauk. Uh, it was probably, it holds somewhere around 35,000 people at its maximum capacity. Lekin it can get really really hot, but because of the renovation and the changes in the structure that they have made, at least in the upper stands there is a good ventilation and there is a decent circulation of air that's coming through the Bay of Bengal side. And जहाँ पे मैं specifically बैठा हुआ था, you could see beyond the canopy of the stadium. वहाँ पे आपको Bay of Bengal का backdrop दिख रहा था, and it was looking like really really awesome. हाँ, क्योंकि मैच शुरू होने के 2 घंटे पहले पहुंच गए थे, तो वी कुड सी एवरीथिंग, द प्रिपरेशन फॉर द नेशनल एंथम, इवेंचुअली द नेशनल एंथम हैपनिंग, द टॉस एंड एवरीथिंग. एंड Australia, after winning the toss, uh, they had to decide to bat, right? Chennai has that reputation that this wicket spins. Uh, but जितना मुझे अपने पोजीशन से दिख रहा था कि there was not much of a turn on the wicket, but rather the bounce was a little sluggish. इवन जब आपने सेकेंड इनिंग्स में देखा होगा, इंडिया की टीम बैटिंग कर रही थी, तो विराट कोहली को एक बॉल सर पे जाके लगी. इफ़ आई रिमेंबर इट करेक्टली, एक बार जब इंडिया पाकिस्तान टूर कर रही थी टेस्ट मैचेस के लिए, किसी एक टेस्ट मैच में, आई थिंक इन रावलपिंडी, प्रोबेबली इट वाज अ डेड विकेट, और वहाँ पे एक बाउंसर मारी थी जिसपे, जो सचिन तेंदुलकर को जाके लगी थी सर पे. सो इट ऑलमोस्ट गेव मी दैट मेमोरी. ऑस्ट्रेलिया स्टार्टेड not so well because Mitch Marsh jaldi out हो गए. Jasprit Bumrah just ensured that, and the Pacers were bowling really well. कभी भी ऐसा नहीं हुआ कि they were able to take in the attack, but they were able to forge a partnership after the first wicket went off a little early. Then the spin trio, Ashwin, Kuldeep, Jadeja, they kind of were able to be at it for a long duration of time, even if there was a 50 odd run partnership for the second wicket. मगर जैसे ही डेविड वार्नर आउट हुए, रन रेट नीचे रहा, विकेट्स फ्रीक्वेंटली गिरते रहे, और इवेंचुअली दे स्कोर्ड ओनली 199. 7-8 विकेट गिरने के बाद जब टेल एंडर्स की तरफ से दो पार्टनरशिप हो रही थी, मैंने बोला कि यार ये खींच के अगर 230 तक ले गए तो फिर दिक्कत हो जाएगी. बिकॉज फॉर मी, if India is playing Australia and batting second on a pitch like Chennai, 225 was my comfortable zone, क्योंकि इस पिच पे 250 से ज़्यादा चेज कर पाना मुश्किल होता विद द स्कोर बोर्ड प्रेशर एंड एवरीथिंग. बट जबकि हमने उन्हें 199 पे रेस्ट्रिक्ट कर दिया था, तो आई फेल्ट दैट या दिस शुड बी अ कंफर्टेबल विक्ट्री. इफ़ नॉट, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा ऐसा होगा कि हमारे 4-5 विकेट गिर जाएंगे. लेकिन ये मैंने कभी एक्सपेक्ट नहीं किया था कि 3 गिर जाएंगे स्टार्टिंग के ओवर्स में ही. और जब वो हुआ तो अच्छी खासी लग गई. मतलब द क्राउड वेंट लाइक एब्सोल्युटली नम. एंड देन विराट कोहली एंड KL राहुल स्टार्टेड पुटिंग इन दैट पार्टनरशिप. धीरे धीरे मोमेंटम बिल्ड होता गया. And I remember the score was 70 odd for 3, and the MC kind of got really hyper about it, and he was like, "We want sixer," and the whole crowd is like, "क्या पागल आदमी यार, चुप कर." To be very fair, MCs put in a lot of effort into things to keep the energy going. But yeah, I think this particular MC is a fan of T20 cricket, so that's why he was cheering for sixes, and you could literally sense half of the stadium is looking at the direction from where the MC was standing at. क्या बोल रहा है तू? But yeah, going beyond that, जो चौथे विकेट की पार्टनरशिप KL राहुल और विराट कोहली के बीच में हुई, उसके बाद कुछ ज़्यादा बचा नहीं था. Would have loved to see Virat and KL both getting their centuries, but वो शायद possible ही नहीं था, and eventually किसी की सेंचुरी नहीं बनी. But the most interesting thing, we were able to start the World Cup on a winning note. After the match, I kind of caught up with my friends क्योंकि starting में वो मौका मिल नहीं पाया था. When it's India's game, you want to be inside the stadium as early as possible. Uh, जो एक disappointing part था वो कि स्टेडियम काफ़ी टाइम लगा भरने के लिए. मे बी हीट एंड ह्यूमिडिटी वाज द रीज़न फॉर दैट. एंड जो हमें सुनने के लिए आया कि टिकट्स तो मैच के 1 डेढ़ घंटे के पहले भी बिक रहे थे. सो दैट इज़ लाइक as an indication how mismanaged the things were. Uh, to wrap it up, it is a amazing start to the World Cup. Australia is always the biggest team that you can come across in a World Cup, irrespective of England being the defending champion. वो कितना भी अच्छा क्रिकेट खेले, you cannot match the Aussie mentality. There were few Australian fans. I hope there were more, and they brought in that flavor of banter into it. And some of the most funniest banter were like Princess Kohli. Kohli is Steven Smith's butler, and they were just at it till the second wicket kind of fell off. और जब wickets की झड़ी लग गई तो फिर we started giving it back to them. And to be very fair, they were taking it quite well. Uh, by the time Virat and KL were almost done in that run chase, they were like down and out, quiet, and then you could see that, okay, yeah, we will take it. We will take it from you this time around. But we will give it back to you in double measures if we come across you in the knockouts. So saying that, let's not get complacent with this one. Let's keep at it. Keep the support up. Keep the cheer levels high, and let's see where that takes us. Uh, Today, I have already reached Hyderabad, and game against the game for Netherlands and New Zealand is almost done. And tomorrow is one of those days when I don't have to travel anywhere, so I'm going to catch up on some sleep. So yeah, guys, great game, great fun, and hopefully we will meet again soon when India plays Afghanistan on the 11th. Till then, take care, take very good care of yourself, and keep the energy levels very high. Thank you.